Well, new from the I-Team, if you thought using ESA education tax dollars for trips to San Diego was questionable, you may be stunned to see what the 12 News I-Team has found.
And Craig Harris is here to tell us about this. I know you're doing a much larger story at 6 o'clock tonight. So what'd you find here?
Well, we told you earlier this month the Department of Education had approved $124 million in requests for under $2,000 each. Well, since last November, we obtained all 1.2 million requests, and we found plenty of eye-opening reimbursements at that $2,000 limit or just under. We found several Apple iPhone watches and even warranties for them, along with flights, luxury resorts, and luxury clothing.
All right, so your reporting on this has been extensive, Craig, first of all. These are the rules that have been set in place now by our legislature, correct? So under $2,000, you don't have to say what you're spending it on, or do you?
Well, that's a rule that Tom Horn put into place. So he put into that place because he'd been pressured by the legislature and parents that there are so many backlogs. So he just started pushing things through back in November. Now, there are lists of things that you can't buy. You're not supposed to buy iPhones. You're not supposed to be able to buy iWatches. You're not supposed to be able to buy several other things, but they got pushed through.
So there's specific language saying you can't buy electronics or a phone or a watch?
You can't buy a TV. You can't buy certain kind of electronics. So a lot of these are just getting pushed through, and Superintendent Horn says, well, we'll go back and try to get that later. Some people are like, well, you already let this go through.
What's done is done. So, I mean, in the first place, why isn't that being stopped?
Well, he says he doesn't have the staff. He says he only has 12 people to monitor all this. And so he put a cutoff of $2,000, and he's going at the higher amounts to look at the bigger fraud there. And so a lot of things are just slipping under.
Yeah, well, if there's that many requests, 1.2 million?
Yes.
I mean, good luck trying to, go back and try to correct all the mistakes that have already happened.
Well, that is true, but I got the records last week, and from Friday and over the weekend, I had help from 2 ESA parents who are livid about this, and they helped me, and we found hundreds of these examples just over the weekend by putting it on an Excel spreadsheet. So it can be done. It's just a matter of what their priorities are.
So what's the end game here, Craig? I know you've exposed this quite a bit. You had the trip to San Diego, now you've got all these other things. How do we fix this?
The only way to fix it is you have to have the legislature and the governor come to an agreement on what is and what isn't. You have to have hard set rules of this you can buy and this you can't. Now, some of it's common sense. We even found lingerie for women in there. And so you would have to use some common sense, like, are you really going to push that through? But a lot of parents are doing it. Now, Superintendent Horn says, well, these are some outrageous examples, but he contends the bad ones or the bad apples is 1% or less, but it's still a lot of money. It's millions of dollars.
Is there a time frame?
He's going to keep doing it. He doesn't have the staff to stop this, and so he's going to continue to keep pushing these through until he gets more staff. And the Republican-controlled legislature and Democrat Governor Katie Hobbs have said, we're not going to give you those extra people to catch this. So
maybe AI.
Maybe.
Hey, have it. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Have it scan through and look for keywords and things like that.
iPhones, TVs, all that stuff.
Much more at 6, correct?
Much more at 6,
All right,
yep.
We'll see you then. Thank you. Up next.